Okay, so if you're not up to speed, the actor cast in the role of Snow White has been a topic of discussion lately because of some of the recent remarks she has made about the new live-action film that Disney is making. Both of the film's leads, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, have both described the original film as a bit dated, and they are looking to make something updated with a different kind of Snow White. Many vocal people online have been calling these remarks smug, arrogant, woke, trashing a legacy, etc. You know, the anger from people regarding Disney films has always been very bizarre in its placement. Now let me say, I totally understand being weary of a giant corporation attempting to squeeze every penny from their IPs regardless of quality. That has always and will always happen and hurts all movies when it does. And no one wants to see their favorite IP done dirty with a bad adaptation. So people's passion for these stories and characters is not lost on me. While I don't feel like that about these Disney films, I feel it for other things, so I totally get it. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the misplaced anger on actors and woke agendas. Now let me say out front, I have not seen The Little Mermaid. I have not seen Aladdin. I haven't seen The Lion King. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast, but I have seen 10 minutes of the Cinderella remake, and it looked fine. I love all the original cartoons that these films are based on, but I haven't seen any of the remakes, and I really have no stake in these films, nor do I have much interest beyond my desire for all films to be done well. But what does it mean to be done well? Does it mean being apolitical? Does it mean being a word-for-word retelling of the original? Can you take liberties? Does it mean finding actors that look exactly like the original? I would say no. None of those things actually matter. They're cosmetic, skin deep, subjective. What matters is the story, the writing, and the intent behind it. Not the inclusion, acceptance, or the message in the film. Those are secondary to the story. Take Barbie, a direct slap in the face to the whole go woke, go broke crowd. While I would not classify the film as a quote woke film, again, whatever that means, many people do, and yet it crossed $1 billion just the other day. Another example would be Wonder Woman. That movie was much more subtle in its messaging than the more vocal messaging in Barbie, and yet it still provided a strong message while also making all the money. So here you have Barbie, a more outspoken piece of filmmaking, and Wonder Woman, a movie with a more subtle message, both dominating the box office and being loved by virtually everyone. Why? Because people crave a good story. They crave a story that they can relate to. It's not the political messages, it's not the inclusion, it's not their messages of acceptance, it's the story, the writing. Both films were written incredibly well and prioritized penning an amazing script. My only worry with Snow White is the same I have with all films done by major studios, and that is, are they giving enough care to the story? Because if not, that is where a movie will fail. Make a shot-for-shot remake. Make a modern retelling that differs from the original. Neither of those things make a good film. Good writing does. Now let's talk about Snow White herself, Rachel Zegler, for a second. People are raking her over the coals, calling her, quote, not a true fan, as well as lots of less kind things. And if you're one of those people, I want to share some top secret insider info for you. Come close, check this out. Rachel Zegler is an actor. She auditioned for the role. The directors found her to fit what they were looking for, and she was hired. She will act however the director directs her to do so. Not every actor is Tom Cruise, who essentially directs himself. Actors act. They are a piece of the puzzle, and they can have their own opinions on their film without it meaning anything about the direction or quality of the film they're in. People have been giving Harrison Ford as an example for always talking down on Star Wars and its fans, but I would go one step further and give Mark Hamill as an example of this. Many times over the years, dating back to Return of the Jedi, he has spoken out about his disappointment with choices made about Star Wars, especially about The Last Jedi. And if I remember correctly, everybody found that criticism to be funny. Sometimes when actors are hired, they are fulfilling a lifelong desire to play a character that they truly love. Other times when actors are hired, they are playing a character they are familiar with but don't have a deep personal connection to the character or the story. Both are fine. I guarantee you that some of your favorite roles and your favorite performances in film were played by people who didn't care and were just showing up for a paycheck. And that's fine because it's their job. Yes, it was fun to watch the Avengers cast talk about Infinity War and Endgame back when that was coming out. Seeing their collective excitement made us more excited for the film. And the same could be said for all the Barbenheimer marketing. Both casts for those films seemed to be genuinely excited about their films and had a lot of positive things to say about the experiences. But here's the thing, that could all have been real, but it also could have all been marketing. Everything is marketing when promoting a movie, including actors giving interviews. Actors are often just a mouthpiece for the studio and the marketing team. Now, I'm not saying they don't give opinions that are their own. I'm just saying it's probably not all as organic as we think. Okay, so here's the main points of this video that I want to make. First point is that acting is a job. Some actors will be passionate about their film, some actors won't. Stop demanding them to care about these IPs like we do, because that is not their job. Number two, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot can have all the opinions they want about the character of Snow White and about the original film, and it won't affect the final product of this film. Case in point, Mark Hamill and The Last Jedi. It appears like he disagreed with pretty much everything Rian Johnson was doing, and it did not have any effect on the final product because actors are an extension of what the director wants. Number three, that may not even be her opinion. It could have just been given to her by the higher-ups at Disney. Again, whenever something feels like it might be real or organic, if it's coming from a studio or a major corporation, there's probably a good chance that it is not organic and was manufactured by a marketing team. And remember, and a lot of times they don't care about good or bad press, they just want attention. And hey, it's working. I wasn't planning on making a video about Snow White, yet here I am making a full-length video about a movie that I have not been thinking about at all. And the last thing to say is none of us have seen this film yet, so let's just stop spreading negativity and wait and see. It might be great. It might be horrible. There is no way to know until we've seen the film. People were ragging on Indiana Jones non-stop for how that movie was woke and terrible and demasculating for Indy, when in reality, none of that was the case. I had a blast with that movie and I didn't find it to be a woke abomination. Just go see the movie for yourself and then decide. We have not seen anything from this film yet. Not the film itself, not a trailer, not even a first look image. So it is premature to be spreading negativity about a film we know absolutely nothing about. Also, I forgot to mention, if something seems sensational, always watch the entire interview that people are just clipping because it might paint a different picture. Case in point, here is a clip you probably haven't seen where Rachel Zegler is talking about tearing up about seeing herself as Snow White for the first time, as well as graciously complimenting the crew she worked with.
Crying on that stage.
When am I not crying in public? It's so upsetting.
Why were you crying?
Oh my gosh, I saw well, we didn't even see, but I saw the logo and I went, that's my name, Snow White's up there, and I cried my eyes out. Oh my God, well, when you get to wear Sandy Powell, first of all, insane, and then you get to be lit by Mandy Walker, and Nadia Stacey designed your hair and makeup, it's like the most incredible thing in the world. And then all of a sudden you open your eyes and you watch the playback, which I never do, and I saw myself on screen and I just wanted to throw up. I was so happy about it. And
Anyway, that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's do our best to keep this civil, though I doubt that is even possible with a topic like this. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching, and do your best to enjoy everything, even the new Snow White movie.
Now, I got a message for all you liberals out there. You want my
Snow White,
my
Disney film.
Come take it from me. Just walk through my door, come into my home, and take it from me. With your weak, soft, liberal, girlish hands. Just try to put those hands on me. Those soft, liberal hands. Put them on me, on my body. Just slowly, gently dragging your fingers up and down my arm, giving me goosebumps. You want my
children's movie?
Come kiss me for it. But not like right away. Don't be too obvious with it. Let's do that thing where our faces get close to each other. And you know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. You just stare at each other's lips. But you're waiting for the right signal to give yourself over to them completely. Like in A Walk to Remember. Come do that for my
Snow White.
Bite my lip and play with my hair. For my
Movie about a princess.
If you want my
children's film.
Come spank me for it. Not like too hard, but like still hard, you know? Like hurt me but make me feel safe at the same time, you pussy liberals.